Hello there and welcome. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. This is a series of videos where we are dissecting and diving deep into TypeScript in React. What are types in TypeScript? The best way to approach this is to ask which problem or what problem is TypeScript trying to solve? So let's just dive deep into types, okay? So let's talk about JavaScript or vanilla JavaScript, okay? The major problem with JavaScript, it's pushing you to code like a blind man, okay? It's pushing you to code like a blind man. Maybe it just gives you a stick, okay, to use a stick to navigate through life, okay? It's kind of working, but as you can see that if you are using a stick, okay, you can only go this far unless you are extremely gifted, okay, then you can do everything that you want in the world. But this stick is not enough. As you know that people who are blind, they are using the stick to navigate the world. Thank God that they've got that capability, okay. Now TypeScript is solving that problem. TypeScript is giving you some sort of magical glasses. Okay, let's say this is JavaScript and this is TypeScript. TypeScript will offer, let's say, sophisticated technology, very cheap one and affordable, the glasses, okay, the spectacles, okay, for you to see the types. Okay, this is what you will see. Here, you are looking for the types. Okay, you are searching, in fact, for the types. Okay, you are using this magnifying glass. You are searching for the types. But TypeScript come and say that, look, this is not what you have to search for. I can give you these glasses, these spectacles, and you will see the world differently. Let's put that into practicality. Okay. Let's say, remember, in this video, I told you, or in this series, I told you that JavaScript objects are important. Now we are hitting that point home. Let's say you are receiving a JSON string from the API. Obviously, you will have to convert the JSON string into a JSON object. Okay. Now that the string is a JavaScript object, okay, now you will have to access it. If you want to know more about the structure of the object, please check the previous video. Let's say we received an object of courses, okay, which looks like this. We've got a course name, okay, the course name is JS, and that is it, okay, and then we can access this object, okay, this course, okay, through, this is JavaScript, through courses, using courses dot name, okay. Let's say the object that we have was a big object, okay. Let's say here, in terms of the keys, remember this is the key and this is the value. This object had a long list of keys, okay. Let's just write them here. It has got the name, comma, it has got duration, comma, it has got date, comma, it has got type, it has got faculty, it has got average mark, it has got grades, it has got simplicity, it has got properties, it has got days, it has got numbers. As you can see, these are just meaningless keys, but it's the keys anyway. You would get the name, the duration, and so forth, okay. Now, because of this object is simple, we know and we can memorize it that, okay, as soon as I convert this from the API and convert it to an object, I know I can access the course.name and I will get JS. Okay. Now, what if you have a long list like this one? Okay. This is what I used to do while I was coding PHP. Okay. I will take my, in PHP, we call a structure like this one, like this object, an associative array. Okay, associative array. So what I used to do, I used to copy, let's say I have created, I have passed, let's say, some values or parameters as an associative array from one module to another. Let's say now I'm on module number 10. I want to use that associative array with those key value pairs. This is what I used to do. I used to always keep a copy of that associative array. Remember that associative array has got the keys and values. Okay, the reason why I'm copying this, it's simply because when I am inside another module and I want to access these, I need to some sort of memorize these. Obviously, that's not practical unless you are a genius, you've got a, I'm not sure, graphic memory. Okay. Now, when I want to use these keys here, maybe I'm looping through them or I'm using them. Okay. I will say course. Okay. And then dot. Obviously, I will have to scratch my head. Dot what? Dot duration? Is it dot photograph? Is it dot? You see, it's a problem. I forgot. It will mean I will have to use the stick. Okay, I have to carry a copy of this associative array. Then from then I have to paste it in my code and I have to see, oh, okay, we've got face, we've got whatever, we've got whatever. And then I can say, in my case, I want courses dot face. As you can see that these keys that I've made example with here, they don't really make sense in the context of courses. But I did that deliberately because I wanted to show you that it's not easy to memorize all these keys. It will mean that you will need something that will help you to assist you. So in my case, even when I was learning JavaScript, I had to copy this from the API. Maybe I'm using Postman, get that response. I have to copy it to all the modules so that I can know that I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, because this is not easy to memorize. As you can see, there is some sort of redundancy here or a hassle to get things through. Okay, meaning that with JavaScript, when you want to use your keys which are listed in your object, there is no hint. Okay, there is no type hinting. Okay, it will mean that you have to rely on your own brain or your own memory. Okay, you have to rely on your own memory. There is nothing that hints you. Hence I'm saying that is the stick method. You can like survive with it, okay, but it comes with a little bit of a hustle. Okay, this has got some challenges. I don't want to say this is bad because it will feel like I'm undermining JavaScript, as if I'm saying TypeScript is better than JavaScript. It's not necessarily bad because you can code in JavaScript, but it's prone to errors. Okay, for instance, what if somebody in this list, as you can see that dog is not part of this list. What if another developer comes on module number 103? They call the same API and for some reason they want to access courses.dogs. Okay, JavaScript is not going to alert you, it's not going to tell you that this might give a problem because you are accessing a key that is not available. Then how am I going to know? Then ding ding ding, you will know it when you get there. You will like cross the bridge when you get there. Well, this is not the best way of thinking or the best approach when it comes to like proper or clean code or well-structured code, or as an advanced or senior developer. Okay, in the development community, we must learn to be accountable, meaning that we need to program in such a way that we are cautious. We know that we will account for the code that we have written. Imagine if the code has got an error, and then I say, well, what could I have done? Is JavaScript problems. I just typed a dog there and it didn't show me an error. That's not the right way of doing things. What's the solution? I think now you know. TypeScript. Okay, now we need to wear these spectacles so that we can see into the future. Isn't that interesting? Okay, now how TypeScript is going to solve this problem? TypeScript will say, let's introduce the idea of types. Every object, JavaScript object that you are going to work with, it must be accompanied by a type. Okay. Oh, yes. What is a type? Okay. A type is the shape of that object. It's more like a list of keys and their corresponding data type that you are going to use with this object. Okay, so TypeScript said, now we've got twins. Think about two things. Okay, number one, we've got the object. Number two, we've got the shape of an object. These go hand in hand together, like parallel. Okay, when you are passing data, when you are receiving data, when you're manipulating data, TypeScript is saying that, hey guys, we need to be clever. Okay, we need to always attach types to object. Okay, we need to attach the shape, of which the shape will give us the types. Okay, now how is this being accomplished? Then TypeScript said, let's introduce types. Okay, now let me declare a type. I'm going to call this type a course object, or no, let me call it a course shape. Okay, type course shape without this equal, sorry, course shape equal to open brackets, open curly braces. Okay, now we will list all of these. Okay, I'm not going to list all of them. We will list all of these with their corresponding what? With their corresponding data types. Okay, and for now, I'm just going to put name only. Name is going to be a string. As you can see, guys, now we have assigned a shape to this object. So this shape will always be used when this object is going to be used. Whether we are going to be receiving this object, whether we will be passing it through parameters, whether we will be receiving it through props, as long as we've got this object, this corresponding type, which is course shape, must go hand in hand with it. Maybe somebody might ask, why? Here is the reason why. Here is the reason why. So that if I am a new developer working for Microsoft or Google, they've got a very, very big platform or app or module on App Store that I have to maintain. Okay. Now I'm using an object that has got a list of apps, okay, or an array of a data that has got some information about apps, okay. Now I don't know which data can I access if I'm using JavaScript, because I'm using the stick method, okay. I'm using the stick method, okay. Now TypeScript introduces the spectacle method. Now, when you are using TypeScript, as much as you have queried the courses or that list of apps, okay, when you're using that list of apps, let me just, for in case, use the same courses here so that we can contrast this, okay? Even though we are working on Google, let's say Google, they've got courses, okay? Or let me say I'm working for Udemy, okay? Now I'm working for Udemy. I'm dealing with a list of courses. I'm new, it's my first day, okay? If we are using TypeScript, I'm going to get that courses. If this courses has been properly typed, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to type dot on my code editor, okay? What TypeScript will do, it will give me a list of all the possibilities. All of this, it will give me this list. It will tell me you can get a name, you can get a duration, you can get subject, you can get the lecture, you can get whatever. So as a developer, at least now I've got options to choose from. This is guaranteed that there won't be the right runtime error. There might be a logical error because of entirely my fault as a developer. I chose the wrong thing. There's accountability. It's my fault. I chose the wrong key. But when it comes to JavaScript, I can just type there .dogs, the dogs, which is a key that is not there, and JavaScript is not going to tell me. Okay, so that means here there is zero errors in a true sense of the word. Why? Because the program will run, but because you have chose duration instead of name, it will just display the wrong information, which is a logical error. Okay, it's a logical error, not a syntax or other errors which are fatal errors. And the logical error, we will know that this is the developer's fault. But here, the developer might say, JavaScript could have warned me about such things. Okay, so this is the problem that TypeScript is trying to solve. Okay, meaning that you can now easily choose from this list, and also you can see what is available based on the module. If the code has been written clean, if the module is let's say the function that you are inside in that make use of these courses, the function name, it's get course name, it will mean that you will know that this function must return courses dot, and you check from your list. If you see name there, you can just say course name. What does this mean? It means that I can just be plugged into any biggest tech companies, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Udemy, or whatever company, even Google, Facebook, Apple, whatever. As long as they are using TypeScript, they've got clean code, and they've got proper naming variable convention or proper naming variable that makes it easier for me to understand. Even if there is no assistant, somebody to show me how things work, I can be able to get things right. I hope you see and understand what problem is TypeScript trying to solve. And that is it. So it's like when you are using JavaScript, you are using the stick, okay? You are using the stick. Obviously, you can get where you are going, but you are using the stick with your eyes closed. But TypeScript brings a certain sophisticated technology, which is cheaper, accessible. You just wear these spectacles, all of a sudden you just see a list like da 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 da, a list of types to choose from. It helps you as a developer. Okay, TypeScript, it's a pain when you are starting. That I understand. If you are experiencing that, it's a problem that we all experience. You get better with time. Okay, but think of it this way: it's bitter in the mouth, but sweeter in the belly. Remember, some other things, just like a pill, it's not designed for your taste buds. It's designed for your immune system, for your own health. So don't expect it to be sweeter in your mouth, but in your belly, it's going to be sweeter because the nutrients will dissolve and they will serve the purpose, okay, to help your immune system or to fight a certain virus. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. If you feel like this is adding an value into your overall understanding of TypeScript, please do me a favor and just hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one.